Welcome to the 33 episode of Indie and Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Grace.
Charles!
Hey, how are you?
How's it going?
Going well, how are you?
I'm good. I don't see you now.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Okay, good. We're back on.
Listen your music and you're incredible. Congrats so much. Really.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I've listened your. So tell me about your last single, 1,000 Times. It's amazing. How was the process of the track?
So I recorded that track a couple of years ago with my friend Casey, and he has a studio out here in Southern California. So I had written that song maybe 2020, during the height of the pandemic, and then recorded it around 2023 with my friend Casey, and it was just really nice. He helped me build it. As far as the drums and the keyboard, I played electric guitar and bass on it. And my friend Kiri, she's the other vocalist on that track. So
Yeah.
I really wanted to lean into, just wanted to lean into some of the R&B and the soul influences that I got from some family and friends.
That's amazing. How did you take the inspiration? Just like this track. Because it seems like a storytelling. Something that you want to count with the lyrics and the music. See,
Yeah.
your affect seems like it makes you blur. I think that there's a problem with the effect of the cam. Okay, right now I see you.
Let me see. I don't know why it's. Let me see. Background. Let's see if this fixes it. Sorry. Does that help?
Yeah, right now it's better. I can see you.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what that was. Okay. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last question one more time? I apologize.
So, Johnny, basically, just like on this track, how did you take the inspiration? You take inspiration from your life, or just like what happens around? Something about generally.
Oh yeah. I think the inspiration for this one was just kind of being in the midst of a very hard time, right? Like there was a time when, like a lot of other people, I was experiencing a lot of loneliness, right? We were kind of shut off from the world and just trying to find ways to connect with people during that time, and just kind of maybe tried to make sense of people still expressing that they love you and that they care for you, but they just couldn't be physically in your presence. So that was very hard for me during that time. I really liked being around people. I like talking, and I like sharing a meal and going to events together and things like that. So I think for me it was just pulling from just the idea that when people say that they love you and they care for you, that they really do mean it. It's just sometimes.
Yeah. I was very interesting about the production, because I think that you're unique to what you do on your own style.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely amazing, because you want to do something cool and something new from just like all the independent artists. Do you start maybe? How many times you need to produce all your tracks?
Oh wow, yeah. I think per session, we could probably build a track within 1 or 2 sessions, like depending on how much instrumentation. In this case, it was largely myself and the producer Casey doing the instrumentation, so that makes it a little, I guess, I don't want to say easier, but there's less challenges with scheduling when you have fewer musicians to contact. So for myself, it was Casey, the producer. He played keys as well. I played acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and bass on there, and then I sang. So I think, it's just kind of having the notion. And by the time I had recorded that song 1,000 times, I had played it enough, maybe out at live shows and things like that. I had played it enough that I think I had a clear vision for where I wanted it to go. So if I've been living with a song for long enough, then that tends to make the process go quicker, right? Because the more that I play it, the more ideas that I get, or I just have a clearer vision of how I want it to sound. Like I've always heard that song with the band and the bass and the drums and the keys. So yeah.
Really want to see you live, because I feel that that's just like you want to pull from when I listen, just like the studio version of the tracks. There's something about the live version with the music, and that's amazing. How much just like it's hard to recreate in the studio that kind of vibe.
Yep. Yeah, with that one in particular, I've started doing something different in the live setting. So when I perform live, I'm typically right now I'm performing solo. Hopefully that changes. But in an effort to kind of pique the interest of the listener, I've been creating a live loop to intro that song. So I'll play some chords with some like long reverb or delays, and then I might do some kind of light, vibey soloing over it, but just to kind of set the mood and set the tone for the listener and really let them kind of sink their teeth in it. Like getting an idea, like, okay, we're entering into this song together instead of we're just going to this concert to watch this person play guitar. Like, because when I'm performing, I'm not performing just to show off and tell people how good I am. Hopefully, I certainly want to do my best, and I want to put forth my best effort.
You do all your best, because you're incredible. I feel like Shark. You're great. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's important for me to have, and I really appreciate you saying that. I practice and I do my best to put on the best performance, but I also want the live audience to feel involved and engaged. I don't want them to just feel that it's a spectator sport. So that's really important for me too. Certainly want to do my best. I don't think there's anything wrong with preparing and playing skillfully. I think that's awesome. But particularly when we're performing in a live environment, I think it's important as an artist, as a performer, to remember that there are other people in the room.
That's amazing. How was the creating process of the Wreckage, of your EP? And it's just like amazing, because I felt like it was like a story that you want to tell track by track. That's the impression, and it was cool.
Yeah. Are you asking about the Wreckage, the album?
Yeah.
Or the song? Okay. That song, that album was largely inspired by a big move that I made. So I live here in the United States, and I moved from South Carolina on the East Coast to California here on the West Coast, and a lot of those songs have to do with just that transition period in my life, and that quite literally making not just a big geographical move, but for me it was a big like life and emotional decision too at the time. There's, as you mentioned, like track by track, there's a lot of things on there that are about my family, right? There are songs on there that are about my grandparents. There are songs on there about my mother and my father. There's songs on there that were inspired by my older brother and my sister-in-law. There's songs on there that were inspired by friends from back home as well. So I think that record to me feels like almost like the volume on the shelf of like this was that time in my life.
Yeah.
When I made a really risky decision to pack up all of my things, put them in my car, and drive across country. I had no job lined up. I had nowhere to live. I just made the move. And sure enough, one of the producers on that album, the people I worked with two producers on that album.
Okay.
One of them was named Matt. The other one was named Sean. I met Matt and Sean within less than a year of moving to California, and we ended up working on that album for the better part of, I would say, over the course of a year and a half or so, between 2019, 2020. But yeah, it was that's a beautiful. I actually just came up on the 5-year anniversary of that album.
That's amazing. Are you just planning to release another album right now?
Yeah.
after the live shows?
Yeah, lately I've been going hard on the live shows, but yes, studio is the next step. I have a few new songs that I'm really proud of, and I've been able to perform them at live shows, and I'd really love to get back in the studio as soon as possible to record those and kind of build it. I think it's a little overdue. Yeah, I need to record again soon.
Yeah, I cannot wait to listen. Which is the most beautiful impact that you have from your audience when you're live,
Beautiful impact that the audience has had on me.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I'm gonna use a recent example. I just played in San Diego. It was my first time playing at this particular venue, so it was largely pretty much entirely a crowd of strangers to me. They didn't know who I was. It was Are you familiar with So Far Sound?
Yeah.
Okay. So I played a So Far Sound show. So it's a nice experience to make a first impression and get an honest reaction because the crowd doesn't know who you are, right? They have your mother, your best friend, nobody that you know is in the crowd essentially. So their reactions are very honest. If they enjoy it, then they enjoy it. If they don't, then they don't. But in this case, I was very surprised that people they were very invested. I saw people kind of so forth. They might have been snapping along. And at the end of my set, this crowd of completely strangers, they gave me a standing ovation. And that's,
you got something different because, you got a presence on stage, and that's absolutely cool. I cannot wait to see you live, right? I would go to check your dates, so maybe if I can travel right now, something quickly, I come to see you. You're great. How much it costs to put your tracks in the radios in California? Is it hard as an independent artist or?
I think it's I think we had mentioned this in a conversation that we had online. It's just there's so much talent here, right? There's a lot of people move to this area to pursue music and acting and other career goals, especially in the arts. I think, I'm just doing my best to, I feel like my bread and butter, my forte, if you will, is getting in front of people, right? I think I make the best impression in a live setting. And then once I have the opportunity to make an impression in a live setting, then I think people will go and find the music. So yeah, I guess that doesn't directly answer the question. One of the goals that I'm pursuing as well is landing songs in television and film, for example. It's a career goal of mine to have one of my original songs, say in, like a show like Grey's Anatomy or This Is Us, or, that's.
Yeah.
I think the music I write, to your point, I'm really big on literature and storytelling. I would love for the music that I write to be set to a theme.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
The Wreckage.
Just count on me for everything, for the support to share. I got a lot of friends just in the music that I was trying to support every time, so count on me just like that. I got a friend that has a label there in LA. So don't just for everything, count on me. I will share everything about your releases, and I cannot wait to see you live.
Absolutely, yeah. You're in Texas now. How long are you here in the U.S. or are you here for a while?
I'll go back. I'll back to Italy on October now, and I probably will have to come back in the U.S. I got a marriage, so.
Are you getting married, or are you attending a wedding?
I'll be married here. I'll go to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your wife, is she from Italy, or is she from, or your fiance, excuse me, is she from the United States?
Yeah, I think that maybe I will stay here. So we got all the time you can plan everything. I come to see you.
That's good. And where does your wife live in Texas, or your fiance? Excuse me.
I don't know. I think that I will stay here in Texas, and I think that I will travel too.
Yeah. Okay. Did I tell you? So my last name is Grace. However, my father, his last name, on my father's side, it's Italian.
Oh,
So
cool! Have you just
my
been to Italy?
I want to go. My father, his last name, and please forgive my pronunciation. I have a very
No
but
way! Cool!
my father's last name is Quaranta.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I have an Italian side of my family here in
that's
California.
amazing.
That
So
yeah,
you have to visit Italy too.
I've heard that the of course the wine, but I've also heard that the fresh baked bread
Yeah,
in Italy is yeah.
that's
What
amazing.
else do
I
you
have to
recommend?
come on, you have to come and visit. I'm in Milan.
Okay, and what else do you recommend in Milan?
Yeah, Milan. If you visit the south, is wow. The south of Italy is amazing too.
Yeah, the slopes. Okay, and are you from Milan originally?
No, I'm in Milan, but my roots are from the south. I'm a mix. I'm from
Oh,
Argentina and America too. I got family from Vegas. Most of all part in the US. And I
that's
try to
great.
help the independent artists.
That's wonderful. And how did you get into the independent music platform?
Yeah, I got contacts, from just like from the US about all the labels to radios. I'm trying to with the podcast to just like have a community and with the interviews maybe someone of the label can check an artist. I got an executive producer that is a friend of mine, so all the time check all the podcasts. That's why I want to interview more people, more talents as possible.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
idea.
No, I love it. And how did you? I didn't even ask you this on Instagram, but how did you come across my music, or how did you discover?
So basically, I don't know. I think it was just like when I gotta search the artist, right? I think I was just like on Box LA
Okay,
on
it
that
was
page,
through
I
an LA.
think, and I'm glad to have found you because
Oh,
you're great.
wow. Okay, are you referring to Buzz Music or Buzz Music LA?
What? Sorry?
I'm sorry. I know my audio is.
Yeah,
Is it called Buzz?
yeah. The Buzz LA. I don't remember if it was the Buzz Band LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome.
Just like I gotta
Yeah.
do just like a research just on Spotify and on the platforms. That's
Yeah.
my job.
Okay. And you work in like A&R or like artist and
I try,
repertoire?
yeah, because my friend is a CEO of a label. Yeah, so
Okay.
I try to
Which
help him, and my friend in New York too. He has worked previously years ago on a Universal, on Sony, and
okay.
most of the time I try to pass him artists, but it's just like a research, about all the people.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful.
I
And
will make you listen to all your stuff because you're interesting. I love your music.
thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I would love to. I hope this isn't the only conversation. I hope we can talk again.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
We'll keep on touch on Instagram. So
yeah,
you got a friend and supporter. Mhm.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah,
You're
I'd love
welcome.
to. I'd love to stay in touch and maybe maybe connect. Do you still have friends here in Los Angeles?
I got a lot of friends from songwriters and producers, something I think. Yeah, there's an Italian producer in LA. I'm in touch with.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
the music is in LA. I'm
Yeah.
I'm in Texas too, but I think that is more country. There's a lot of country style.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Have you had any Texas barbecue yet?
I have to. I'm sorry, I miss Italian kitchen.
Yeah.
You know.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, I'd love to. Let me know if you want to schedule another conversation like within a week or so. You know, I'd
Absolutely.
love to
We keep on touch, and for everything count on me. I will share all your stuff, and
I appreciate it. Thank you, David.
Thank you too. Have a good day. Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good one. See ya.